American military hardware, some of it among the most advanced in the world, have taken hits in the one-month war with Iran. The cost of losses have already run into billions of dollars. But it is the shortage of critical rare earth minerals needed for U.S. military equipment which is the bigger challenge. Unlike past conflicts where the U.S. operated with air and technological superiority, American assets are being actively targeted. Reports show that billions of dollars worth of U.S. military equipment has already been damaged or destroyed since the war began. From fighter jets and refueling aircraft to drones and high-end radar systems, the losses cut across categories that are central to how the U.S. projects power globally. Amid those military equipment losses, U.S. faces critical supply shortages. The military is facing a critical short-term risk of rare earth shortages due to escalating supply chain disruptions from China. Reports indicate that if supply disruptions deepen, the U.S. could have only weeks or months to certain rare earth inventories for defense manufacturing, with China imposing strict export controls. U.S. defense manufacturing faces significant potential bottlenecks. The U.S. remains dependent on China for approximately 70% of its rare earth imports. They especially or specifically rely on Chinese processing facilities, creating a chokehold on the defense industrial base. High consumption of precision-guided weapons in the Iran conflict has accelerated the need for rare earth magnets. This has created a bottleneck for replenishing stockpiles of weapons like Tomahawks and the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or THAAD. Key assets including F-35 fighter jets, Virginia and Columbia-class submarines, and Predator drones are heavily dependent on these materials. Shortages are particularly critical for heavy rare earths like dysprosium and terbium. They are essential for high-temperature magnets and samarium, cobalt magnets used in missiles and sixth-generation fighters. Let's look at how much of rare earth elements several U.S. military equipment need. F-35 fighter jets require over 400 kilograms of rare earth minerals. Virginia-class submarines about 4,100 kilograms. Ali-Bak destroyers and Tomahawk missiles need over 2,350 kilograms. Smaller precision-guided missiles and interceptors rely on significant amounts of these elements for their guidance components and sensors. Elements like neodymium and dysprosium and samarium are needed for guidance systems, magnets, lasers, and propulsion. These materials are critical for radar, sonar, drones, night vision, and sensor systems. The U.S. THAAD system relies heavily on specialized rare earth components. Reports show the U.S. THAAD needs about 500 kilograms of materials like neodymium and dysprosium. So for the U.S., the cost is not just the money lost, but the shortage of key components needed to replenish the depleting military equipment stockpiles.